MLS Now would like to introduce to you the new MMSI dashboard that we are going to be rolling out on July 20th. First and foremost, I want to say, please do not panic. It is not a big deal. We are going to have a new login screen and it will look slightly different. We'll have a new dashboard when you get logged in that will look just a little bit different, but you'll still have access to all of the programs and links that you had before. Basically, the Clarity login page will end on July 20th. So the screen that you see when you log in, that is a big red banner with your user ID and password, that is simply going away. The dashboard that you see, which has a little farm scene at the top, as well as a cityscape, and then the applications, this look is also going away. So expect something different on July 20th. But I want you to keep in mind that Matrix, the system that you use to run searches and look at reports, view your contacts, set up auto emails, put your listings in, that does not change. So as soon as you get into Matrix and dive into the MLS and run those searches and look at listings, that is going to look exactly the same. So please understand that the only change is the login screen and the dashboard. When we make this change, our website is going to change. We have a preferred website of now.mlsmatrix.com. But those listed here on the screen will also continue to work. So mlsnow.com will have a login button. neorex.mlsmatrix.com still will take you to the login screen, and neorex.com will also go to the login screen. If you have a shortcut that includes the Clarity Yes MLS address, that will not work after July 20th. So on July 20th, if you get to a screen that says it's not available or no longer working, please redirect to now.mlsmatrix.com. And that means you might have to change your shortcut. So our goal is to post on the homepage of Matrix how to change shortcuts or how to set one up. You can also Google it. There are good instructions, and they do vary based on your browser. But the new website will be now.mlsmatrix.com that will get you directly to the login screen. So please watch the news and alerts between now and July 20th for tip sheets and updates on where we stand on this change, as well as how to make a new shortcut. Again, news and alerts on the homepage when you get into Matrix. So again, our yesmls.clarityIAM.net, etc., that is going away, and we want you to use now.mlsmatrix.com. I want to point that out and be very clear that come July 20th, if you try to get in, our system won't be down. It will just have a new address that you need to go to. So please make a note of that and maybe put a little reminder in your calendar. The new login page is going to look like this. So it will no longer be a big red panel. It'll say MLS Now and boxes for your member ID and password and a large green login. Once you do enter that, and keep in mind that your ID remains the same, that is not case sensitive. So for those of you who have a letter at the beginning of your ID, that can be upper or lowercase. However, your password will be the same as you use today, but it will be case sensitive. And that is important to know, because today, what we have on file might have upper and lowercase letters in there, but you're not required to type those in your password. So you might want to consider making sure you know what that password is, if it does have upper or lowercase letters, or even consider changing it today, so that moving forward, come July 20th, you know what that password is and you are ready to log in. So it will be case sensitive moving forward after July 20th. Once you do log in, you will again see a new end user license agreement. Basically, it is saying that you agree not to share your password, and it says it in 3 different manners. So on July 20th, when you log in, you will have to accept this new user license agreement that states that you are not going to share your ID and password. Simply click that continue button at the bottom. Once you're in, you'll get a new screen that has lots of good information, easy to access. And first, I want to point out that the profile section is easy to see and change. So if you needed to change your email address or your phone number or your website, you can simply do that by clicking the edit button next to my profile. And if this screen looks familiar to you, that's good, because this is the same screen, basically the same screen you see when you go to pay your dues online. It's that we call it MMSI. So this is the screen that you'll see moving forward after July 20th. Member info is that block on the left where you'll be able to change, again, your email address, your phone number, and your website. You'll also see at the top right, your account balance will be very prominently displayed. So if you were to owe some dues, you will see that on the top right and could simply go to Pay Now and take care of that payment. We do bill in August and in February. Those dues are to be paid by the end of the month. So, or beginning of the next month, actually. So March 1st and September 1st are the due dates for your dues. And you will see very clearly that if you have not yet paid or have any outstanding invoice, any outstanding dues, that'll be at the top right of your screen. And then finally, there's a My Schedule at the lower left, and also upcoming courses at the middle towards the bottom. If you want to schedule any classes or want to see what you have scheduled in the future, you will easily be able to see that when you log in. If you're a broker or a manager, you'll have some additional reports that you can take a look at, and that will show you who your agents are, if they owe any money, if there's any outstanding balances due to penalties assigned to your branch. So take a look at that. That's a nice little additional feature that we'll have available. Everything from the old Clarity dashboard is still going to be available to you. As you log in, you are going to see a section called MLS Now Quick Links. And it's basically the same layout that we had, with CoreLogic Matrix being the very first icon, and that will get you into the MLS just like you did before. All of the other applications that we had are still available. They might have a slightly different logo. These were provided to us by the vendors. So they might look a little bit different, but we still have, again, access to all the same programs you had from the old dashboard will be available in the new dashboard. As you log in, if you forget your password, you can click at the bottom, forgot or change your password. So it's if you forget it or if you even want to just change it. So after July 20th, this is how you'll do that. You'll choose forgot or change password there at the bottom. It'll make sure that you're not a robot, and it will ask you to type in your license number, your login ID, and then you'll send a reset link to your email. And your email will look something like this. And this is very common. We see this a lot in other programs that we use outside of the MLS, where if you forget your password, you get an email and you can reset that. Note that this email link will only be good for 15 minutes. So do reset your password. Again, remember, it is case sensitive. They do have new requirements. So I mentioned earlier, your password does not change. If whatever password you've been using for the last 5, 10, 20 years, that is going to still be in place. However, if you go to change it, new requirements will be in place, including you'll have to choose one, you'll have to have 3 out of the following choices. It's got to be 8 characters. It must include either, well, it must include a digit, a lowercase letter, uppercase letter, and a special character, not including the 4 that are listed there. So you'll have to have 8 characters and at least 3 of those choices. As you type your new password, it will show you that it is acceptable and how secure that is across the bottom. When you click update, your new password is then stored, and you will move forward using that new password. As we roll through this, if you have questions or issues, you can certainly call our help desk or email us. Our help desk is 216-485-4100, extension 480, and our email is help@mlsnow.com. And I just want to remind you, very importantly, please do not panic. This is a very simple change. We are streamlining the way you log in. It should be fewer clicks to do things like pay your bill and update your information. It should be clearer. And it really is just a ease of use and a very small change.